Awesome. Thank you, Zeev. Dr. Joseph is asking, do you use Densah drill protocol for Crestal lift? I use it and found better results, especially when I don't longer have to use a mallet to break through sinus floor, which was very disconcerting to patients.
Great. Thank you for that. And I think it's a question and an answer. So what should I say? I love that. I don't use Densah drills. I think they're brilliant. These are the drills for the doctors watching and not utilizing them. These are drills that actually are planned, designed brilliantly to work in reverse. And they actually densify the bone, and they can also create the sinus lift. And I feel like if this is working for you, do it. I think that's a great thing to use. Why not?
Zeev, I haven't used Densah drill, but my concern is we always get taught not to overheat the bone. So these drills are drilling at certain RPMs and they're condensing the bone. What's your thoughts on that? Do you have any experience or any insight on, placing these drills? We basically get scared to overheat bone when we're drilling into it. So how does that Densah drill thing is bypassed with that? I mean, it's still a drill. It's still spinning. It's still spinning in bone.
Yeah, no, but it works in reverse. So it's not cutting away bone. It's densifying it. So you're actually pushing the bone to the side. If you think about the Crestal bone, and Rashad, you've done like beautiful sinus lifts already. If you think about working in the posterior maxilla, it's not like working in the mandible. The thing is just very soft. So if you use a Densah or an osteotome, you're basically condensing the bone to the sides and you're creating better bone quality. That's it. Whether you use a Densah burr or an osteotome, I feel like it's almost the same, and it's the same principle. The overheating, if you use irrigation, is not a problem. But be aware, Densah drills is not the magic bullet. You can still perforate with them. You can still have failures. Osteotomes, if you don't use them properly, you can have failures. You can perforate if you're not light on the hand, if you don't do your knocking properly and the tapping. So my point to you is, don't get hung up on the technology. The technology is very important. We'll review this in a Sidal Legacy training coming up this Saturday. But don't get hung up on the technology. Understand the anatomy of the sinus first. Understand how to figure out your first sinus lift. What's an ideal case to start? And trust me, there are so many cases that you can start with. There's no lack of upper molars being lost every day in your practice, whether you're extracting them or not, or somebody else's. There is no lack of cases. Find the ideal cases. And if you can't, let me help you by joining the program. Then, if you decided to get into osteotomes or Densah, wonderful, great. That these tools and instruments and this technology has to be used with caution. Piezo surgery can also cause perforations. I perforated as well. If my hand slipped or something, I can perforate the sinus membrane. So stuff is going to happen. I always want you to be in the know when things don't go the way they should. For example, when you're looking at your own cases and you feel like, hey, this is progressing very nicely, but you know what? All of a sudden, I feel like something is off. I want you to be in a position where you can diagnose this problem, know if you need to proceed or not, and if you need to proceed, what are the steps that you need to do?